Hey guys, I figured today, since I'm kind of feeling sick and you can probably hear it in my voice, I'm just gonna sit here and have some hot chocolate and just do a little chit chat with you guys. Now, all the kids are sleeping, so I have to be a little bit quiet. But I figured this is a good opportunity to talk about some questions that I have been getting about having 3 kids. First things first, I would not change anything for the world. I absolutely love having 3 kids. I love how close together in age they are, and that's something that I've always wanted. Some people are like, oh, you must have your hands full, you're so crazy, you have them all so close together. But guess what? Like, that's what we wanted. My brothers and I are close in age and I love it. And I wanted the same thing for my kids. Obviously, like any transition to having another child is going to be a time of transition. It's going to take getting used to, and it's going to be different. So I'm going to start with the harder parts of having 3 kids. Obviously, when you have 3 kids, you're dividing yourself like 4 times, because actually like 5 times or 6 times, because you want to have enough time for each kid. I still want to have time for my husband. I want to have time for myself, and I have to have some time to clean up this house. Whenever I get time with them, I take that time, but it doesn't always come at the most opportune times. Sometimes that means like in the middle of the night, if Timmy comes climbing into bed and he wants to have a little nuggle. We say nuggle around here, we don't say snuggle. So when I say nuggle, I really mean snuggle, but we say nuggle. So I take that opportunity to kind of have that little nuggle time with him, because that's when he needs me. So that's, I mean, it's not ideal. I don't like having both kids in my room. Joshua's in the pack and play next to my bed, and every time he makes a little noise, I wake up. So that's been difficult, but I also love that time with him. I find transportation to be difficult, mainly because like, if I wanna go somewhere, it seriously takes an hour to prepare. Between getting all the kids dressed and ready, packing snacks, extra clothes, diapers, whatever we need to have. I try and keep whatever I can in the car, but you just can't always keep everything ready in the car. But getting all 3 of them into car seats, buckled in and ready and happy, it takes so much time. So sometimes I'm just like, all right, I'm not even gonna bother today. We're just gonna stay home and do fun things at home. And that's fine too. Probably the most annoying thing for me and transportation with the kids is like, if I just have to drop Timmy off at preschool, it is so annoying to me. I don't know why preschools are like this, but I don't know why the teachers can't come stand outside so that the parents don't have to get, or like come stand at the door. When I was a preschool teacher, I would go to the door, open it so that the parents could just let their kids run out of the car and run to the door. On a typical preschool day, this is what happens. I try and get ready as soon as possible, and I get Timmy ready as soon as possible. And then I get Kaya dressed and Joshua dressed, and Kaya and Joshua in new diapers. And then we have breakfast, and then I get all 3 of them in their car seats and ready to go. And then we get to preschool, and I have to take all 3 of them out, drop them off, put Kaya and Joshua back in the car just to drive a couple minutes up the road to take Kaya and Joshua out of the car for 2 hours, and then get Kaya and Joshua back in the car to drive back to preschool, take them out of the car, go get Timmy, put all 3 of them back in the car, and then drive home and get all 3 of them out of the car, fed lunch, and down for naps. Like, it is the most annoying thing. It is, like, seriously, it's the most annoying thing. I completely just went on a rant about that. It's just, like, it irritates me. That's all. So, with that being said, let's move on to the next not so awesome thing, is running errands. It's hard. It is hard to run errands with 3 kids. And if you have a system where you have a 2-month-old, a 2-year-old, and a 3-year-old, and you can like go in and out of stores, again with the car seats. So if I have to wear Joshua, and then Kaya and Timmy either both want to be in the cart or they both want to be out of the cart, and I can't like focus on the actual food or groceries that I'm looking at because I'm trying to keep my kids in one place. Obviously, if it's like a weekend and Tim is with me, then that's like out the window and I don't care. Like, I enjoy going out as a family, but it's just very hard to do it all by myself. The last thing that kind of bothers me is that I feel like Joshua is not going to be able to be on a schedule, at least like with sleep, the same way that Timmy and Kaya were, because of the hours of preschool for Timmy and open gym for Kaya. We aren't home when he needs to have his morning nap, and it breaks my heart because he doesn't really like to sleep in the car seat anymore. He was really good the first month, and then the second month he started sleeping lighter. So putting him in the car seat and trying to get him to fall asleep in the car, he just cries, and I feel so bad because it's not his fault. There's nothing wrong. Like, I feel like it's my fault that he's crying because he should be home sleeping. But all of the negative things kind of go completely out the window when you think of all the positive things. The amount of love, like, all around, seriously, like, baby love is the best because they just like snuggle up right into you, like on your face and in your shoulder, and you just like hold them and snuggle them, and it's just like, it is the greatest thing in the entire world. Like, there's toddler snuggling and there's like Timmy snuggling. I can't call him a toddler anymore, but like it's just completely different when it's a little tiny baby where their entire body just like fits from like here up. I love it. I seriously love it. Seeing Tim with a little baby completely makes my heart explode. It is the cutest thing ever. And on top of that, seeing Timmy and Kaya with a little baby is so, like, it gives me life. The way Timmy will just go up to him and say, I just want to touch him. And he'll just go like this, and it's so stinking cute. And if he cries, Kaya will come up and say, oh, Joshua, it's okay. And she'll give him a kiss. And like, if she tries to kiss him and she like misses, she will go back and like do like a proper kiss. And it is the cutest thing that I've ever seen. It is so stinking precious. I also think it's really cool that like this is our third time making a product of Tim and I. Like, how cool is it to think that like I can make someone, and I've done that 3 times. Well, I mean 4 if you count my miscarriage. That's totally counts to me. Like, you can make so many different variations of yourself and someone else. It's kind of scary, but it's really cool. And not that you should compare them, but it's fun to compare certain things. Like, oh, Timmy has this person's personality and Kaya has that person's personality. Well, I wonder whose personality Joshua's gonna get. Like, I don't know. I think it's really awesome. And now, like, grown up, I can see qualities that like I got from my dad and qualities that I got from my mom, and it's really cool that like someday I'm gonna be able to look at Joshua and say, oh, he's totally got my humor. He's funny. Because I'm the funny one. I kind of already talked about how I actually enjoy waking up with him at night. Like, obviously I don't like being tired, but I really like that one-on-one time where even though we're both half asleep, it's just him and I, and we have this time to bond together without any interruptions. And it just, like, I love it. The house is quiet, everything is still, and it's just him and I, and there's nothing overstimulating him. The last thing is that Tim and I both feel that having 3 kids is a really good dynamic. It's awesome because we have boy, girl, boy, and it's great because Timmy is gonna grow up and have Kaya super close in age to him. They're gonna be a year apart in school, and then he's gonna have Joshua a couple years under him. How many years apart are they gonna be? I think they'll be like 3 years, 2 years apart in school maybe. See, my throat hurts. But hopefully Timmy and Josh are like far enough apart where hopefully they won't have like a bickering, like sibling rivalry kind of relationship. So I'm really glad that we have Kaya there in the middle. But we really like the dynamic that we have with just one girl who's going to be completely spoiled like a little princess that she is. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below, how many kids do you have? What's the dynamic of your children? And if you want more. And make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!